ojimwe.
Ibitero ko bakabodia kanuni. Ukabodia. Ubu obechitu chiba. Ah.
Ora sandiza yatwire.
Sanda kabahemi nyinji muno.
Obweja kunuya. Twakasandisha. Twatandika koma. Itakane angu nikambairezi ibiri.
Agira nisha.
No stinkishatu no kuba tabaziri
Izirabizone.
Ati twakoma. Twatamudamu twakoma. Atigira ahantu hake. Saidi yo na hatari y'abakozi baziyo bari yo bakora. Niho hasigiye bitahandi. Tukozire. Kuvuga ngo twagayara turagayire twakora ureba twakora itaka ntangu oboma nibuna kandi n'abakozi two kubabona tukafaye twakora umazima bagarugo twakora
Ka eni ngona.
Dear can't pay. Fence pay up here and here also fence pay.
Hello. Who is saying he's first with the required fence? Not to try.
The place is
When it's too big, that means even the money you have is too much. You can even hire 10 borders from Gulu.
The other issue is the laborers of this place was very hard to get.
But
get
anyway,
two people
my brother,
they take
I called the president and said for me after 4 months, the land was too big, I could not manage. So we shall be listening with his voice saying, we shall leave you. If you have that capacity.
we don't have.
So now, there was alternative that if it is not that level, I can read for
Recommendation, you'll go to Ministry of Land, give you recommendation, and then you come to us, the District Security Committee. We will recommend you upon inspecting your farm. Whether you have water, you have 4 strands of barbed wire all round, and then you will bring back your animal. Simple like that. But for now, we are taking away your animal to the holding ground. The DVO issues you certificate of what? Certificate of compliance.
We have it.
Huh? He will issue again, giving you 3 days to transport away your animal from the holding ground. That's simple. So when you take your animal to wherever you came from, you begin now the process of coming back with Ministry of Land, Ministry of Agriculture, and then you come to the District Security Committee. We will come to your farm, inspect your farm. If we see that you met the requirements fully, we will recommend you to come back. Just simple like that. But now, people now run to him to hide. We are going to net you on the number of animal versus the land.
Even he has accepted that. So for him, he thought if his farm meets about the numbers.
It doesn't matter about the numbers.
So you send those animals away. We can excuse him.
So
twakoma twageza ngo byaragamba kongita kenya hansi twarigeze
kwenda rya hansi n'ingene yahigura
atamanya ko kwanyisa abantu babiri atano rero
get your cows there, you comply. If not, the cows are
uretse mende no
mayiru emwe neteko kuba mu ente 2 maximum 2 na 2 ibyo cyandiko cyo so aha mwagira mu ine square kilometer mu ya giri 2 so iyo tureta drone kuza kugira ete ekindi listening to me ngo ryose ezo farm numugeta amasyo ino kuba n'amizi aganyo munda atembe tegeje emigera harahaya ine emigera uko twazitwara kuba emigera n'abantu banywa kubasa kunywa emigera n'abantu aha that one you said you have water source ina amazi ninga nago neyo nago
ina amazi ne dam
ya icyo nacyo mwakirawa abagamba ngo nubwo akobopangisiza itaka ningori guzire oyine kuba no hikirize sing of the farmland corral cattle and chain link for goats and sheep. That is number 1. Number 2, 1 square mile must accommodate only 240 to 250 heads of cattle. This is already 200.
But it is more than that land.
It is more than the land. Fine. So that one you have passed. And number C. There are some cows which crossed. So there could be 200 which crossed. We are sending their drone to see. We shall be on the screen. We shall send. We shall prove ourselves. We are this time. We are not going. The guys are there very soon. You will see the drone passing. Then no livestock allowed on government land. This one you say is not government. Corrals must have water inside the fence. You are busy. Zirono zinywesa hananka hamugera hamugweta mugera stream. It must have either tank or a dam in here. But for you yours, and that stream, the water goes and is drunk by human beings.
You also drink it.
You also drink it. You ask, is the veterinary officer here? Is that allowed to drink with animals? Tell him the problem of drinking with animals. Maybe you are used, but the people here are not used to that. Even if one bought land or leasing but does not comply with the standards, animals shall be confiscated but only returned when he meets those standards.
Sub-county. And we are here in the village called Takpo village, or our parish, Palar sub-county. And we have about 3 Balalu who has either did this land for 4 years, and they have already stayed for 2 years. And we have already evicted the animal. As you can see, they are moving, we are going back to Canada. And there's a tension between 2 families in this land. The tension is between Ayela Richard and Anyoni Alfred. And the tension is started between Ayela Richard and Anyoni Alfred sometimes back. Just because the grandfather of Anyoni married the mother of Ayela Richard. So when the grandfather died, before he died, he has got the mother of Ayela Richard. Then by that time he has two wives. Because of the tension between 2 wives and the mother of Ayela and the other family members, the grandfather decided to give some part of the land to Mama Ayela Richard, just because to avoid the tension between the 2 wives. Then after, when the grandfather died, and Ayela Richard is the one who was staying here, because Nyoni Alfred and their family, they were staying in Kampala, Aboda, and Abola, because Aboda was working in Kampala. So when the situation at least calmed down because of the insurgency, Nyoni Alfred and the brothers, they came back and they came direct to Ayela, just to allow Ayela to introduce them the boundary between their neighbors and the mother of Ayela, just because they wanted to start the process of the land title. Because by the time they are starting the process of the land title, they wanted to do it alone, I mean, as Ayela, because Ayela was the son to their grandfather. Then, because of that one, they went up to court. When they are starting the process, they got the process of their title from Amoro district, not in Gulu district, but initially this land belonged to Gulu district. And when the tension became a little bit so hard, they went to court. Court decided to allow Ayela to own a part of the land where we are now. Where we are, this is the part the grandfather of Anyuan Alfred gave to Mama Ayela Richard, called Lakot Ursula, because she was the second wife to the grandfather of Anyuan Alfred. And by now, the issue is still in court. And Ayela also has a right to stay because court issues Ayela a letter to stay in the land. And that is what I know. Because of that one.
No, it is a month. It is a month.
No, ya kwa month. Ikaru 12. Kuzikoma omukwezi 10. Nabakozi norebensi yona hatene ndabakozi. Kandi abakozi bakozeri. Babuzire habwenshonga ngo buri muntu nakora.
Kankubuza izina ryawe n'abakweto.
Abanyita bataringe.
Umuje ngo batemere 1000 kono. Towanyu. Ebe nashari kono. Towanyu. So where is he now? Mumina.
But they have his pictures here, you can see.
No, what was she done?
Who be an Atemapurus with the poso somewhere there. You know him too? So you bring him in trouble, he's now under detention with his evidence, because you know, in the executive order, there is also an element of cutting what? Trees. So my assumption is I know you Mukamugambera, you can 1,000 poles.
The Chacobana are there.
Okay. Now, if you knew that actually you are doing wrong, you should have kept this man. But you all ran away and left him in trouble. The poor man who you had just brought.
I want this to be on record. Gentlemen, do you agree that you've not met the requirement of fencing the entire farms with water?
4 strands.
4 strands. Let it remain on record.
Not entirely, but to a certain degree, and the big one we have.
So you've not met the requirement, no sir? Okay? Okay? Now, what we are going to do, the OCCID will take your recording as we plan to exit your animal from this farm. You will only be given opportunity when you comply with the requirements, and then you will follow the procedure of getting the permission, the permits from Ministry of Agriculture. You'll go to Ministry of Land, and then for us, we're going to be the final to recommend you to bring back your animal. You get it, eh? Just simple like that. Okay? OCCID, you come and take a recording statement. How many of you animal here?
200.
Wait, how many?
But why are you estimating the
How many?
Because they are young ones, they are...
These people should count the cows. It takes
So we are going to count it physically.
In the message of the president, he talked
Okay.
about numbers, including the
But how many?
A younger one is a cow.
A younger
How
one is
many?
a cow.
Estimate is
It's
200.
not about